Hello boys! Welcome to Season 10. How's everybody doing? I hope you enjoyed my last video, which was all the highlights and stuff of my Blade Sin. That was very fun. I just wanted to say I probably won't do that sort of video much. It's quite a lot for me to edit, and honestly, I'm not a full-time content creator. Obviously, I do other stuff, and I make a living full-time. So, this is just part-time. But what I would like to do this season is I want to just do update videos on how I progress along the way. I did this quite a while ago for all of the early seasons that I played, and I just want to bring that back a little bit. So, I've been playing WARCRY Barbarian. That's what I got for choice. This is currently where I'm at the end of day 2. It's going pretty damn well. And I'll just cover my stat skills and gears, and we'll go over what I'm really aiming to do. So, I'm level 80. I'm doing pretty well. I've got enough gear on where my resistances are pretty decent. I can switch a lot of them out, which I'm going to need to do pretty soon. Plus skills are a high priority. Before I get Battle Command up, I'm at 1326. So if I can just run outside really quick, I can buff that up and be slightly higher. So let's go over to Darkwood. There we are. So, WARCRY damage, 1387. Dexterity is not that high. I haven't really respec since I put a few extra points in, but it's whatever. Vitality, and then I've got some excess into energy. It's still handy. It does help with the chance to crit with pots, but, you know, we'll respec again when we get there. Skills. So, I've got all of the WARCRY trees maxed out, aside from Taunt. I need 3 for that. But also, gunning for this first means I have fuck all in battle orders. So, yeah, that's a bit rough. More plus skills is going to help with that, and obviously going to increase mana and things, but I want max damage first, and that has been pretty good as an investment, first off. One thing I'm changing slightly in this build is I'm doing a different variant of things. I have 1 into Mastery, and I have 1 into Double Swing. That is going to be to proc amp damage. Now, currently, I only have these, which is very handy. It does work, with especially 400 attack rating on there is huge. We want to proc amp damage. Amp damage is better than Decrepify, that's why we're using it. But if we can proc it ourselves, then that means we can rely on the Mercenary for Insight, which I do have. So, eventually, we want to try and get 1 Heart of the Oak and a Lacerator. That is going to be game-changing, and then have enough sufficient bits of gear to have decent attack rating where we can still keep heavy WARCRY investment. So, you know, just enough on gear so we can proc, amp, and then we're good to go. You know, that's how it goes. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the skills. So, gear currently, we've got Spirit at 33 FCR. I've got this one in a Bastard Sword for 31. That's good enough. You know, that really ticks us up for decent FCRs. Are at 64. So I'm pretty happy with that currently. Good thing about having these is your hit recovery is high, but also your mana is very high with spirits early on. It's just so handy for WARCRY. So 111 on there, 98. Oh, beautiful, boys. I got this rear helm from one of the guys I was playing with. We got 2 barb skills, 1 to WARCRY, 1 to natural res. It's okay as a temporary. I do need a little bit more stat points before I can wear this Ariet's Face, which I got from Conan. So thanks, baby. And then I also have, where is it? I have my Immortal King's boots, which I found in Nightmare when I was playing through with my starter team. So, we've got Smoke for extra res. We've got a cute little amulet with 1 with mana and res. Just resistances here. Mana ring. Decent little belt, I suppose. But okay starting gear with resistances. I've been kinda lucky getting some large charms and things with mana. It has been decent. I do have 1 here with double. There you go. 17 life, 20 mana, which is pretty nice. So with our battle orders, that bumps up higher than you might think, and it does definitely help out. And it's welcome slot before we get any skillers. So, without further ado, we do Mercenary. He's got Blessed Aim to help us on switch when we need to proc Amplify from both of these, which is very, very handy in places. Even on, when we're doing our playthrough, I had both of these, like weaker versions when we're doing Ancients on Hell, and just switch, proc amp, and then we're just dealing more damage. It's such a good option. I really enjoy it. He's got crappy temporary gear, twitch throw, and just a really bad insight. So he's got lots of room. We're in that exciting phase now, boys, where we can get, you know, a lot of upgrades very easily. So we've completed Hell in our group. It was a very decent playthrough. It was, well, dare I say, it was one of the best playthroughs we've probably ever had. I mean, mine are usually shocking. But that means we can do tier zones. I found... What have we found? I think we found 2 Fire Sunders so far, both at 79%. Other things I've found so far in 2 days is I found a... Was it Perfect 11 Lightning Res Small Charm, which I traded that. We found 1 Cold Skiller, we traded that. That's about the main stuff. Yeah. So we haven't found anything crazy to note. Not anything for our build, but we're slowly getting there. We've got the Ariet's face we can wear soon. We can start getting a few extra pieces, and eventually, you know, I'll try and work our way towards maybe Njorath or Lawbringer and have a few more options. So you can see this is Stone Skin. I can Battle Cry like this, switch and then proc amp, which might take a little bit of time. There. And then he just dies instantly from there.
Impossible.
Hope you guys are playing ladder. I hope you're enjoying it. It's going pretty well. Damage output 1387 still. Let's play a little bit more. Clear some more mobs here for you boys. Circle it, that could be fun. Not quite sure where I want to farm later on, and I don't think it matters too much. I'm not super reliant on Sunders unless I'm just going for profit's sake and trades. I guess I could do some runs for Countess and get things like a Hustle for movement speed and, you know, work our way towards maybe a Q Hagen's or Viper Magi. But it's pretty straightforward right now. That's about it, boys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon with more updates to come, and yeah, we'll see how this boy turns out. So, at the moment, not really too much to showcase. Doing okay. Doing solid, you know. But I'll see you fellas in the next one.